Discipline. We as a generation just don't understand it anymore. We don't have it. We don't get it. I see so many people out here who they sort of want something, they sort of don't. And if they understood what discipline was, if they understood the principle of discipline, they could have that. They could achieve that goal, but they don't get it. We live in a society full of this idea of instant gratification, where if we want something, we should be able to get it immediately with a click of a button, with the scroll on an iPhone, with the press of a button on our anything. We think we should have it right away because that's what we've been trained to know. We've grown up in a digital world where from the earliest we can remember, we could have anything with the click of a button. So now when we get out into the real world and we want bigger things like success in our career, happiness in our lives, success in our fitness goals, we think that we should be able to press a button. Or something more practical like take a scoop of a special supplement and it'll give us what we want. Or we should just be given the job of our dreams with a bajillion vacation days. It doesn't work that way. And along with instant gratification, there's this idea of you have to do what fulfills you. That's great. You want to do what fulfills you, but guess what? What fulfills you might not be something you're able to do right out of college. You know? Sometimes you might have to work to get to that place. What fulfills you might be something that you have to go through a couple years or maybe even a decade or 2 decades of really hard, strenuous work that doesn't fulfill you to get to that goal in life. But guess what? That is life, guys. And I guarantee you, if you don't go through that strenuous stuff, you will never get to what fulfills you. What fulfills you, it fulfills you because you've earned it. It's something you've worked for. It's something that you've had the discipline to achieve. And that's why it's fulfilling. A fulfilling life doesn't get handed to you. A fulfilling life isn't something that just falls into your plate from the sky. A fulfilling life is fulfilling simply by the fact that you achieved it yourself and you're proud of it. And anyone who's successful will tell you that. Instant gratification fades almost instantly as well. That's why we want more of it. That's why we have this materialistic society that is always wanting to buy the newest product, because we believe for some reason that is going to instantly gratify us. That's going to change the way we feel forever. And guess what? It fades within what? You buy a new iPhone and 4 months later you hate it and you need a new phone. That's what we've been trained to do. That's where we're going as a society. And guess what? Our generation is the worst at this. No one here talks about how they're going to go out into the workforce and work 12-hour days for a decade to earn what they want. They talk about, oh, I'm going to get this job, but I got this vacation coming up, and I want to do this, I want to do that. No one here has any. They talk about, oh, I got this job, but I want a vacation day. And maybe, I've heard of people who haven't even taken amazing jobs because it conflicts with some vacation they had planned. Suck it up, all right? Discipline is simply this. Discipline is setting a goal and sticking to it even when you're not motivated. It's easy to set a goal when you're motivated. It's easy to want something when you're motivated. It's easy to watch videos like this and get motivated to do something. But guess what? That's not going to last forever. That's going to fade, okay? Life isn't going to constantly motivate you towards what you want. You have to keep yourself motivated. And even when you're not motivated, that's when the discipline kicks in. That's when pushing towards your goals is really discipline. Doing something that you love when it's easy, that's fun, okay? That's what most people call fun. But doing something that you love, even when it's hard or even when you don't love it anymore, but you're doing it to reach a goal, that's discipline. And we simply don't have that today because if it's not instantly gratifying us, we stop it. And that's why no one is achieving anything. If you want to get out there and be great, guess what? It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be pretty. Day in and day out, it might suck for a lot of years. But if you work through that, and you reach the other side, that's where it's going to be great. That's where you're going to be fulfilled. Because you fulfilled your life with work to get there, and now you can reap the rewards. But if you sit here constantly looking for the gratification of something instant, you're going to spend your entire life achieving nothing and being nothing. So look yourself in the face and ask, do you have what it takes to be a disciplined person? I focus Iron Family around the gym because that's a great place to learn this. It's a real shock to people who have never been in a situation like this before, because guess what? They don't get something instantly. They look at this and they get frustrated, and that's why a lot of people quit, because they don't get that instant gratification. That's why in January, your gym is packed with 150 people, and by February, the end of February, beginning of March, there's 25 people who go there regularly. Because the majority of people quit because it gets hard, it gets inconvenient, and they don't see the results they want right away. And guess what? No program's gonna give you faster results. It's your work ethic and your discipline to stick through it, even though you're not seeing the results you want at first. And that's why I start with fitness, because fitness builds discipline. If you are successful in fitness, you have successfully become disciplined, perseverant, and focused. And you take that anywhere else in life and you'll be successful. So discipline is what we're focusing on today. And that's so important, because without discipline, you won't be consistent, because the discipline to be consistent is discipline. You won't be successful because you'll never work through the hardships. You'll simply sit in life and let it wishy-wash you wherever you want to go. Or you'll simply sit in life and let it push and pull you wherever it takes you, instead of grabbing the reins and taking life where you want it to go. But it's not easy. It's not going to be fun all the time. But that's what you have to understand. You can do the greatest job in the world. You could have your dream job. I guarantee you there's days where you don't want to do it. But the people who are successful, their secret is discipline. Go ask anyone you think is successful. Go ask anyone you've seen who's become successful. If you get a moment to talk with them, ask them what is the biggest thing that allowed them to be successful, and they're going to say it was the discipline to stick it out when I didn't want to. So this week I challenge you to choose something. What have you been doing? What have you wanted to do? What's some goal that you had? It doesn't have to be fitness. This channel focuses on fitness as the foundation, but that's just the start, all right? I want you guys to have so much more than that. I want you to be successful in everything you do. So it doesn't have to be fitness. Pick something, whether it's a company you wanted to start, an idea you wanted to press forward, an internship you wanted to apply for, a job you wanted to apply for. Start working towards it today. And just go beyond what's expected of you. We have low expectations because everyone knows we're not disciplined as a generation. So don't work your way up to the expectations. Set your own expectations way farther than anyone else. And then exceed yours. And then you'll be successful. This week, pick something, one thing. Focus solely on one single goal. And give it 100%, day in, day out. I guarantee you by Wednesday you're going to want to quit. Stick it out. And by the end of the week, I guarantee you're going to be proud of something. And that's the start. Work, become proud of one little thing. Keep setting these small incremental goals. If you set a huge goal like I want to be the next Jay Cutler, I want to be the next Tom Brady, you'll burn yourself out. You have to set small little goals and be consistent and disciplined in achieving the small little goals, and realize in your head that's what's going to add up to the big ones. So this week, set your first one. Set your first small little goal. Go out there and achieve it. Work for it. Don't give up. I want 7 days until next Monday for you to work on this. No days off. Don't think just because other people take weekends that should stop you from working towards your goal. You got extra time if you work a job then. Work harder on the weekends towards your goal. All right, guys? I want what's best for all of us here at Iron Family. I want us all to be insanely successful, and I want us to show the world that we are much more than the low expectations they have for this generation. I want us to take them by storm. We are more the millennials here. We don't fit that stereotype. We're not the lazy hipster who changes his mind about what he wants to do with his life every 25 minutes. Here, we're the cool hipsters who are going to go out and achieve something and show the world they were wrong about us. And we're going to do it by setting that first goal this week. So guys, join Iron Family. Start commenting down below what you're going to do. Comment again next week if you achieved it. And I'm going to keep pushing you forward, because I've got a lot of goals. I've got a lot I want to do. And I want to do it with you guys. No one cares if I do stuff. But if we all collectively, as a family, go out and achieve our goals, no one's going to stop us. You can take the world by storm. And working together, it'll be that much easier to stay motivated, and you'll have that much of a support group to get through the times when it's hard. So guys, go out there and achieve your goals this week, and I'll see you in the next Motivation Monday.